It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
To do a tutorial on how to make your own salt scrub. Now that we're kind of going into the winter season, it seems like it's the time when you kind of get rough skin and need to exfoliate, or you're not feeling well and you want to soak in a warm bath or something. So I came up with a good recipe for a body scrub that you can make at home. So first I'm going to talk about the ingredients. I've done a little bit of research online just to kind of back me up. So the first ingredient I'm going to talk about is extra virgin olive oil, and I'm looking on my computer as I film this on my laptop. Extra virgin olive oil, and if you look online, it says the benefits of olive oil as far as using it on your skin is that it protects you from environmental pollutants, stress, exposure to UV rays, and it replaces the moisture and elasticity lost from these elements. It's naturally rich in vitamin E, so it can help restore and retain hair and skin's health, youthfulness, and beauty, and can solve problems from dandruff to psoriasis, eczema, and yeah. So forgive me if this video is kind of choppy because I'm just kind of filming it as I go. So I'm going to edit some of the pauses out since I only get 10 minutes. But I just wanted to give you guys some information on the stuff we're going to be using and simple items you can find in your local grocery store. Next, the next item is Epsom Salt. I bought this at Walmart, and I think it was probably around $1. It's not very expensive. It's known for its magnesium sulfate. That's like the main ingredient in it or whatever. And a lot of people use this as a bath soak to relax their muscles and tension and stress. And it's also a good exfoliant. So this is going to be the scrub to our scrub. If you look online, it says it eases stress and improves sleep and concentration, helps muscles and nerves function properly, regulates the activity of 325 plus enzymes, helps prevent blood clots, flushes toxins, improves absorption of nutrients, helps with your joints, and eases migraine headaches. This can be used in multiple ways. You can even take it orally, I think, as a laxative or for stomach upsets. So that's going to be our next ingredient. And next, I just had this in my cabinet. It's just a vitamin E cream that I got from Walmart. I got this when I had a really bad sunburn, and I figured I may add, it's a cream so it may add a weird consistency, but I'm just going to add a little scoop of that just for an extra boost of vitamin E. I have 2 extracts here. I was thinking about putting just a dash of just regular vanilla extract, just that you find in your baking aisle, just to kind of take the edge off of the peppermint, which is my next ingredient. Peppermint extract, you can find this also in your baking aisle with all the seasonings and everything. And we're going to use this to kind of give it a festive kick. And also the peppermint is kind of soothing and cooling, so it kind of makes you feel better and smells good. And peppermint can be used for clearing out the sinuses and stimulating the body. So these ingredients combined would be a really good scrub or bath soak to use if you're feeling under the weather and congested and achy. This would be perfect. Also, just a couple more facts on peppermint oil. Peppermint oil contains menthol, which is good for the skin. It gives a cooling effect. Further, it nourishes dull skin and improves oily skin. So this scrub would be good for either types of skin. Also, I considered using a sugar instead of a salt to make a sugar scrub because I've heard that sugar can be less harsh, but I figured for a winter scrub the Epsom salt would be nice just to kind of have that soothing effect. And this container here I got at Bed Bath & Beyond for probably like $2. And you can use any container. You can even use an old container that you've recycled. You just need something that's a little deep, and it doesn't matter what size it is, however much you want to make. So I'm just using this, and it has a little seal on it so it doesn't leak out afterwards. And I'm going to move the camera down so you can see as I'm making this. Okay, so first, hopefully you can see. First we're going to start out with the salt. I'm not going to do any measurements because everyone's going to have a different size container, but I'll show you as I pour in here. Pour as much as you want. I'm not going to make a whole lot because I'm kind of running low on olive oil from the kitchen. This is the amount of salt that I put in there. You can see the salt's definitely has bigger granules than regular table salt, but it's not super harsh. So I think it'll be okay once we add the olive oil into it. Also, you can use other types of salt or sugar as a replacement for this if you prefer that. I just thought this would be good for the winter. Next, we're going to take some of the olive oil, and you're going to need just enough to cover the salt. A little bit above where the salt is. And here you can see it's just a little bit above the salt. So when you scoop in there, you can kind of sift through your fingers through the oil and get the granulars. I may add some of this at the end. I was thinking about adding it, but we'll see. Next, I'm going to add just a little bit of this vanilla extract. I have 1/8 of a teaspoon here, just to make sure that I don't go crazy and spill this everywhere. But I'm just going to try to get about a drop. There. And you can always add more as you go. Okay, next, our holiday ingredient is our peppermint extract. You're going to want to add a little bit more of this, but be careful because it's really strong, so you don't want to add too much. You can always add more as you go. I'm just going to start out with filling this 1/8 of a teaspoon. Just going to stir it up. And I can already smell it. It smells really good. It kind of looks weird because of the color of the olive oil that it's made it. But it really smells like a candy cane. Yeah, I think just about 1/8 of a teaspoon is the perfect amount of peppermint oil if you're making about this size. So here it is, just as is. I'm going to add a little scoop of vitamin E cream. You could use an oil, but I don't have an oil, and I haven't made it to the grocery store since I've been back from Thanksgiving break. So I'm just going to use what I have. And you don't need to use this, I'm just adding it as extra. I'm just going to add a little scoop like this. And just kind of stir that up. And there you go. Now you have your scrub. So I'm not sure exactly how long this will store for, but I would probably try to use this within a couple of weeks so it's extra fresh and the peppermint stays strong and everything. But this would be an excellent scrub to use on your legs before I shave, just to exfoliate my legs and get all the dead skin off, and I get a lot closer of a shave. So anyways, I hope you liked this tutorial, and please let me know if you have any questions, and comment, rate, and subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Bye.